Camera sucks. Dude, come in. It's raining right now. Come here. What Maurice say, Mr. Orange? How are you? Is that Duke? Yeah, it is Duke. As usual. Here, back up. Back up. Oh. Give me the ball. Duke. Hey Marek, how are you? He is happy, especially when it's raining like this. It's been like this all day. I just finished. I was working a bit and just finished. And he's been waiting for me to play. Right, Duke? And getting me full of mud, as usual. There we go. Oh, bro, I have to ask, brother, where are you located? It's stunning. Caught one of your previous lives when you were showing your chicken and rooster. I'm in BC, so this is my view today. As you guys can see, it's quite foggy and a lot of rain. And I just came outside. It's been non-stop today, actually. Yesterday was plus 29 degrees. Today is like, I think it's like 17 degrees. Oh, come here. Go. Go get wet. Come here, Duke. Man, you won the lottery finding your spot there, dude. Honestly, what a setting. It's a beautiful place. You know, I've been coming here for the past couple of years trying to, I started all the way in the bottom, cleaning the trees one level at a time. So it took me a few years to kind of get to the spot here. And finally last year, got my tiny house built. This year I finished the deck, the roofing, the sides, put my little machine there for training. And I finished the inside, got the wood stove going, so I'm gonna see if I can push it through the winter for this year, see how cold it gets. We got about probably 6 feet of snow in this location, but overall it's a nice little place. I love it. I like my little tiny house. I don't need a huge room. I stay most of the time outside. Duke, go back up. Love it, bro. My idea of having this beautiful place, we all need it. Forget the city. Here. Yes. And we got the chicken and the roosters. And the rooster, sorry. We got them together right now. So hopefully we'll get some eggs once they hit the proper age. I think they have to hit about 20 weeks. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. Right, Duke? Gonna say hi to everybody? You want the ball? Get it. Yes. Here. Still a lot of stuff to fix, but It is coming along. It is coming along. It's a lot of work. I haven't stopped yet. You know, every day I spend about 3 to 4 hours trying to fix a few things. Sometimes I spend the whole day. Relax. Man, brother, I live in Devon. I hope I'm saying it right. In the UK, countryside near the sea. Lived in London for a while in my 20s, never again. But the countryside is always going to be way nicer than being in a busy city where, you know, we accumulate so much environmental toxins and all that. And, you know, I always tell this to everybody. The place that makes you sick, you would never be able to heal in that same place. So you always have to move to a place where you can feel a little bit at ease, a little bit more relaxed. Even if it's a slight struggle, or even as going back to basics as possible, sometimes that's the best thing we can do. And seriously, you'll find your peace. It'll be like nice, relaxing. You know, you're limited to the food, which is fine. You know, all I eat is meat and eggs every single day, and I don't mind it, just to kind of energize my body. And you know, as long as you're thankful and you have a nice, happy place. All right, Duke. All right. All right. Here, give me the ball. Everything takes time, but you know, once you get there, and you're gonna be happy. I don't like the winter much, but we don't get as much summer. Like roughly about a month and a half is pretty nice actually. We get a lot of rain in the summer, and in the snow we get hit with about 6 feet sometimes. Back up, back up. Catch. Good. Nice, everybody. You ready? You wanna go get it? Okay, let's show everybody. Right, I'm gonna go get the ball. You ready? Ready? Go. 4. Go, 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 go. Now. There he goes. Pete, have a great week. Cheers. Thanks so much for the support as always. I hope everything is going good. I heard you guys had a lot of rain up in Texas. I don't know if Austin is, they had some flood. Hopefully things are good. Hopefully you're not affected, or your family or anybody. We've been getting a lot of rain actually today. It hasn't stopped since this morning. I'm glad I was able to finish the most of the deck so we can stay outside still, which is nice to have. Duke. We are good here in Houston. Awesome. That's good to hear. I'm glad. Yes, there's my little view today. We got the chicken, but they're not out. They're inside actually. There's only one of them out. I'd love to go down there and show you guys, but it's quite muddy. Right, Duke? And usually the rooster wakes us up at... I have the door automatically set where it opens at 4:30, so he goes at it from 4:30 to almost like 4:45, crowing non-stop. It's pretty amazing. On your website, there was a paper on nitric oxide, but no longer there. Is there a way I can still get it? Yeah, it is there under my Substack, articles written. Wax, if you send me a message or an email, I can send you the updated link. Duke, relax. Where are you from originally, Maurice? And totally agree, man. We'll never heal in a city, especially when your heart craves the wilderness. On my mainly carnivore journey, also looking to heal for years. Unintentional abuse. I am originally from Lebanon, actually. Been in Canada since 89, long time. And been doing the carnivore diet right now 11 years straight, non-stop. But, been coming to this place for numerous years trying to fix it. And I got what I want. So, yeah, 100%. Me was living in Lebanon, living in Canada, in the city, I was getting sick, and it got me to a point where I got like really, really sick. So moving to a place where you can actually feel relaxed and, getting yourself a nice dog, especially a German Shepherd, is gonna be your best friend. Because seriously, without Duke, I don't think I would have been able to finish or do anything I wanted to accomplish. Like he kept me going. Seriously, because being by myself here was gets a little bit. It's not so much about being lonely. There's nobody you can talk to. There's nobody you can interact or have entertainment with. And Duke is keeps me busy. And yeah, I'm very attached to him actually. Very attached, and he is my little boy. Damn, 89, a year after I was born. You look well, brother. Keep doing what you're doing. It's working, bro. I'm trying. I'm trying to kind of stay, as young as possible, and keep in mind, age is just a number. Seriously, I do a lot of fasting. Yesterday I did a 26-hour fasting. I never really planned for it, so I take it as it comes. One day I would have 2 meals, one day I would have a single meal. So food is not what you require. As long as you eat what is required, density, good quality food, that's all we need. We don't need to kind of do any entertainment with foods or anything like that. Now, as man's best friend for a reason. Oh, 100%. 100%. I've had 2 vaccines. Is there any way to get those nanotechnology out of my body? Yes, there is. There is. I'm actually drafting an article on Nat Curtis. Is gonna have all the protocol and specific supplementation. Once I finish it, I will actually post it on my Substack. It has to be in a private section of Substack. The only reason is if I let the information out there, I can get banned, because I've already been banned from TikTok. I just had to start a new channel a couple days ago, and I just want to make sure a lot of the stuff I share with you guys, some of it I can share it, some of it I have to actually put as private with private access, just so I don't get booted from different social media or different networks. Nutrient dense foods, amen. It's why they are so filling, 100%. But yeah, I'll once I have it up, I'll have it up on Substack actually. I've been working on it for 3 weeks, but one of your main supplements is gonna be neurokinase. Another one is gonna be NAC, lumbrokinase, with certain peptides as well too. But yes, we will be publishing soon. What? You go get it. You go get it. I'm not gonna go get it. Go get the ball. Good boy. Once you get it, bring it up here, Duke. Get the green one. Yeah. Good. Yes. Come on. Hurry up. Come up here. I'm not going down there. It's muddy. You're not gonna dig. No. Duke, come up here. Now. Okay, you stay down there with it. Play with the chicken. Hey. No digging. Oh, there he goes. That's the only reason he wanted to go down there. Duke! You're not gonna come back here, are you? Full of mud? Are you gonna vacuum tonight? There he goes. Thank you for the advice at Substack. You have helped our family very much. Thank you, DJ Mary. Yeah, no problem. There's a lot of valuable information I put on Substack. And if you've noticed, in every article I put supplementation protocols, step by step. So I spend a lot of time in every article I write. I know some of them are private, some of them are free. And every time I put an article, I get a lot of comments, hundreds of comments, and it takes up a lot of my time to actually respond to everybody. But these protocols are very, very important because a lot of it is behind a lot of scientific facts, information, and of course from certain experience that I've done as well. Duke, come here. Forgive me, Maurice, have you got a video posted on here explain your background and where your extensive knowledge comes from? Would love to hear your story, love to learn. That's why I'm here, bro. All this started because, if you go 20 years back, I actually started into the nutrition field, and I went into the clinical nutrition just because I wanted to take things a little bit further. Meaning, I wanted to check biomarkers, because the problem is everybody buys supplements left and right. But what if we buy supplements based on your biomarkers, based on inflammation, based on diseases? Because everybody has deficiencies. What you eat is completely different than what I eat. And if I thrive on certain foods, it could be poison for you. So everybody's biomarkers are different, and we should be supplementing based on that. But that's how I started almost 20 years ago, back in 2000, 2002, 2003. But I ended up having my own incident back in 2015. And that actually gave me a wake-up call, because I used to believe lots in pharmaceuticals and all that, because that's what I was trained on. And as of 2015, I totally changed everything, and I went against everybody, especially when it comes down to big corporations and whatnot, and nutritionists and dietitians. And when I found out how they're being supported, I went against all that, and I turned everything upside down to a way that, I question everything. And when you start to question everything, you'll actually realize that we've been lied to for many years. And the more you find out, the more corruption you'd find, to be honest with you. And so what I'm at right now as a clinical nutrition, I actually help every person based on their biomarkers, based on the disease, based on the deficiencies. And once we fix these, we can stop any progression. And technically, we can actually reverse certain progressions as well, too. So since the rain has slowed down a bit, I'm just going to put my other shoes on so we can go see Duke. He sees me going in, he comes up rushing. Yeah, I'm here. Let me put my shoes on. I'll go play with you before it rains again, okay? Let me put my shoes on. Thank you, Maurice. I love the background. I really appreciate the backstory. Weston A. Price changed my opinion on nutrition 10 years back in my early 20s. Came to a similar understanding as you. 100%, we never, every time we talk to anybody, they always say, well, that's what I've heard, and that's what I've read, and that's what, our families used to do. But the thing is, we never really question things. And I think it is good to question things, because there's a lot of lies out there, a lot of corruptions, and it's just moving on from generation after generation. We're going to be the last generation that we're going to question everything, because on our time frame, we had no internet. We used to actually go to sit in the library and do our own research, and all we do is read books. But yet these books that they were actually in the public library, they were cherry-picked for us to read. So that's how they actually get everybody to follow the system and never question things. And now, since we have access to the internet, now we have actually access to a lot of valuable information, a lot of scientific literature, a lot of scientific facts that we can actually analyze. If you enjoy reading, we can analyze it. And once you analyze it, you start to understand why and how it got here. And trust me, if you go back to like 1943 or even prior to that, there's so many hidden books, so many destroyed books that we don't have access to. And these books will tell you and will give you so many answers, but yet we can't find them anywhere. You can't find them anywhere unless somebody, you know, in their 70s and 80s, are willing to share. They maybe have a copy of them. But there's a lot of valuable information out there that has actually been removed from the public because they don't want us to know. They don't want us to find out about it. But the more that you find out, the more intelligent you get, the more educated you get. And now I can take that information and share it with everybody, and share it with a lot of people. And you'll actually start to notice the more you practice some of the stuff, the more it feels more back to nature. Like me coming out here for numerous years, everybody asks me, well, how old are you? I don't know. I never really care about my age because age is just a number. But if you live in a place where you wake up every morning with no alarm, you sleep with no, you know, once the light is down and you wind down correctly, you'll actually live a happy life. And we should all be feeling that way as well. We should never be, you know, forced to wake up, forced to sleep. We should actually let everything, you know, by nature. And we lost that, which is too bad. Because right now the new generation, they're not gonna know all the stuff that we know. That's why they're trying to wipe our generation away. Let's go say hi to the chickens. They're still young. We haven't had any eggs yet. There's one, there's two there, and probably the rest is inside. A man after own heart. God bless you, Maurice. Cheers. Thank you so much. What's going on, Maurice? How many milligrams of magnesium taurate should I take a day to help raise ejection fraction? Magnesium taurate, see, keep in mind that the half-life is about 4 hours. So you should be taking it every 4 hours so you can actually saturate your cells. But magnesium taurate is one of the ejection fraction supplement. Keep in mind, what powers your ejection fraction is the backbone of your mitochondria, which is D-ribose and creatine. These two are very, very important. Very important. So I'm gonna take this cage out. I had that cage there temporary because I had to put the rooster there for a couple hours so he gets used to the chicks. But now I have him inside. I think they're roughly about 16 weeks or 17 weeks old. So 3 more weeks, we should start having some eggs, probably. Duke, come on, let's play. I'm looking forward to the eggs because I'd love to actually let them out here in the yard so they can actually, you know, eat whatever they want, but Duke won't let them. He attacks them. No matter what, I've been trying. So I think slowly, eventually, I will be able to. But every day, I get roughly about anywhere between maybe 1 to 2 pounds, close to about maybe a kilogram of. I pick dandelions because I have access to dandelions and ferns. So there's a dandelion plant there. So I kind of pull the whole thing and give it to them. So I have access to the whole land up here. So I go down and me and Duke, we get probably anywhere between 5-6 plants of dandelion, and they eat that stuff like crazy. It's full of vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin A, a lot of good nutrients for them. And for the protein, I bought them some dried worm, about 12 pounds for now, till I let them out. Oh, there's a rooster, if you guys can see him. He's a big boy. There he is. Duke, watch out! Hey! See, and this is what Duke does. He tries to rip this and bends it. I have to actually get a stronger one from Home Hardware. Come on, Duke, let's play. Never stops. He keeps attacking them. And I did a mistake when I actually bought the chicken coop fence. I got the one they gave me as a basic, and I think I should have got a thicker gauge, which is they never had in stock. I actually have to order one. It's not gonna be here till next week. So in the meantime, I had to double-sided. Duke was the same in the last live I caught. Oh, he always goes after them. He won't leave them away. He thinks this is his place. Well, it is his place. Without him, I would not have been able to get it all done. Duke, come up here. It's raining. Come here, Duke. It's raining. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I think we lost the connection there for a few seconds. I don't know why every time I move with that phone, even thought it is a brand new phone that was sent to me as a gift, and every time I use it, every time I go outside, I end up losing the signal. So hopefully I didn't lose everybody, because it seems like the live is restarting. So the ejection fraction supplement is creatine, D-ribose, L-carnitine, ubiquinol, 300 milligrams, and magnesium taurate, and hawthorn berry extract. Yes, 100%. The only difference is with the magnesium taurate, you do have to take it at least every 4 hours. That is a must. If you don't do that, you're not going to saturate your cells that much with magnesium. And the problem is magnesium has a short life, 4 hours. And taurine as well too, just so you can actually get as much nutrients to your cells as possible and maintain the proper electrolytes. Right, Duke? Let's get some water. But yeah, the D-ribose is very important, and the creatine, they're gonna be your top two. No, the creatine monohydrate is fine. There's no need to spend extra money for any other type of creatine, because there's only 3 manufacturers that produce creatine. And if anybody tells you otherwise, they're just bullshit, and they're trying to sell you expensive products that you don't need. So the regular creatine monohydrate works perfect. And anything else you're buying, let's say the ubiquinol, back up, Duke, for a sec. The ubiquinol, or you're buying L-carnitine, for example. If you're buying it from my website, because I have certain links through iHerb, I've checked the certificate of analysis. If you're buying it from a different company, some of the top companies, you have Life Extension, they share their certificate of analysis, they share their lab testing, like Thorne and what else? What other company? I'm trying to think on top of my head that I actually checked their certificate of analysis, and it passes. So a lot of these companies, that's what you have to do. Don't go buy any supplements blindly without checking the company to make sure they've done the analysis and everything, and they're willing to share it with the public. Because the moment they're not sharing it with the public, stay away from them. Hello, Maurice. Thank you for what you do. How can I empty the histamine tank? I was eating canned sardines for weeks every morning while I'm on carnivore, and it devastated my sleep and allergy. The fastest way detox is NAC and magnesium. Because keep in mind, everything has to kind of go through your liver, and your liver requires glutathione as your mother, it is technically the mother of antioxidants that needs to detoxify your system. And to increase your glutathione, the best way is taking like a precursor, NAC, for example. You already get glycine and others from eating protein, so that's gonna convert. So NAC would be like your top choice. Taking 1200 milligrams twice a day, 3 days on, 2 days off, while you're actually taking magnesium, because magnesium is gonna help with the detoxification process as well too. But that would be like the fastest way. I know some people, they like to add quercetin. Works not bad, but no matter what, you still have to go through that detoxifying process. Now, the downfall is you can take NAC daily, but you'll have to take less than 1200 milligrams per dose. You probably want to take 600 milligrams 3 times a day. Or you can take 1200 twice a day or 3 times a day, but you have to cycle 3 days on, 2 days off. Duke, leave him alone, please. Get the ball. He goes after the rooster again. Duke! Come up here, Duke. I'll take you for a walk soon. Come on. Come here, Duke. It's raining. Come up. No, you come up. I'm not going down. It's raining. It's 600 NAC daily, no days off. Okay, yeah, you can take 600 days, 600 NAC. I would take it twice a day, not once. Unless you're taking other supplementation like vitamin C, or you're taking other detoxification effects, and 600 milligrams once a day is fine. I usually buy the powder myself. It's just this way you can. There's no other ingredients added to it. Especially, I know there's a lot of supplements that have magnesium stearate or citric acid and others. So just gonna maintain it as simple as possible. What about with coenzyme Q10? Coenzyme Q10, it depends. If you're doing it for ejection fraction, you need minimum 300 milligrams. And you don't need to cycle it. Especially, I would take coenzyme Q10. It is good for your myochondria and for your heart. If you don't eat beef heart at least 2-3 times a week, then I would actually supplement. Do you have an NAC supplement? I do have. The NAC supplement that I use is powder. It's pure powder. The brand that I get it is on my website. I'm trying to see the brand that I get. Can't remember. Products. Let me just go to my website. I'll tell you the one I take. I get it from iHerb. I know the company. I've dealt with them numerous times. The company is called NutraBio, and they sell 150 grams of NAC. So if you kind of compare it to capsules, capsules 600 milligrams, it's not much. So if they put 600 milligrams and they only give you like 60 capsules, that's about 36 grams in total. So the NAC powder at 150 grams, it makes more sense, and it's gonna last you much longer. Like I've had mine probably for 3 or 4 months because I don't actually take it daily. I cycle it, and sometimes I only take it on a basis that I need it, especially when I notice immune system is not doing good, or I wanted to detoxify or anything like that, then definitely I'd actually take it. And I'm just gonna take my vitamin, my niacin. So a lot of the ones I take is life extension, just because they share everything with me. When it comes down to supplementation, because I always check for heavy metals and others. I am putting an article tomorrow on Substack about supplementation, what to ask for, and if a company is not willing to share any, it's full of mud, bud, any certificate of analysis, stay away from them. Seriously, stay away from them, and that's it. Don't deal with them, because anybody, you don't have to be a nutritionist, you don't have to be a dietitian or a doctor, even a regular customer that actually reaches out to any of the supplement companies, and we ask for certificate of analysis, and they don't share it with you, you should not be dealing with that company. As simple as that. Could you expand on a taurine flush? Taurine flush? In what way flush? Because taurine should not really cause a flush effect. Like, are you talking like the niacin flush? Like when you turn red and itchy? Is that what you mean? Maurice, does occasional smoking or cigars cause heart disease, or is it mainly bad diet? Occasional smoking is okay. It's like, It's like somebody being on a carnivore diet and they say, you know what, once a week I want to do a cheat meal. Does that mean that cheat meal is going to cause heart disease? Not really. If you know exactly what you put in your body and you know what inflammation is causing and how you can overcome that. So if you're doing a cheat meal, you know for a fact you're going to be fasting 18 to 24 hours the next day. You know you're going to be taking digestive enzymes and hydrochloric acid. So you can break down the food, the cellulose, or whatever you're eating, so you can actually get rid of it from your body as fast as possible. So if you're smoking, so what can we do in regards to smoking? Yes, you want to enjoy the cigar, you want to go out with friends and family. The same time, you don't want that to actually affect your lungs. So first of all, it has to be 100% tobacco, no chemicals in it. That's the first thing. The second thing is, okay, if it's affecting your lungs, what can you do to actually protect your lungs? Well, you have vitamin A as retinol, you have quercetin, you have vitamin C, you have NAC. So all these actually protects your lungs. Then you say, okay, now after that, it might maybe hit my liver to actually get get detoxified, for example. So what helps there? Well, now you still have NAC works good, you have fasting, all these things will actually change. And we know for a fact smoking does affect your nitric oxide production. So it does raise your ADMA where you're not producing enough to produce nitric oxide. So we say, okay, after smoking, I'm gonna increase my nitric oxide, which is my nitrate intake. Instead of taking 500, now I'm gonna take 1,000 milligrams. So just by fine-tuning certain things to overcome the stress that you cause from smoking, you should be able to fix it without any issues or causing any major damage. So it's all about knowing what it can do to your body and how you can actually overcome that situation. Sorry, no, does it make you poop? Taurine does not make you poop. Even high doses, the most you can have is like maybe a slight digestive issue, but this does not make you poop, it does not make you flush. It's not the taurine what makes you poop, for example, it would be more the magnesium because it increases the water to your intestine. And so taurine does a completely different effect. Even high doses, I take about 10 grams daily and still it does not do any of these things. And it should be consumed on an empty stomach on its own, not with other amino acid, because if you consume it with other amino acid, it's not going to do the job that it's supposed to for your, let's say, cardiovascular more than anything. Or let's say to enhance the bile, for example, in your gallbladder, for example. So if you have any reaction to it as, you know, pooping or others, it could be the mix that you currently have. Let's give these chickens some dandelion here. So I left these. I got a huge one. Duke, leave them alone, please. There we go. So I'm gonna give them this. So take vitamin C and vitamin A and fast to get your lungs back clear from cigar smoking. Yeah, 100%. And do some, you know, practice some breathing, like the 4-4-4 or 4-7-8 method, for example, and do that a couple times a day. And I would actually do some isometric exercises so you can increase the nitric oxide production in your body. So all these things help. Hi, Maurice. Beef heart only contains 11.3 milligrams compared to 100 milligrams. Have to eat 3 kilograms beef heart to get... No, you don't, because when we're talking about, you know, beef heart and others, we're talking about bioavailability. So, for example, when you take 100 milligrams of ubiquinol, it doesn't mean your body's absorbing 100 milligrams. It is better bioavailability than coenzyme Q10, but it doesn't mean you're taking 100 and you're absorbing 100. You're probably absorbing anywhere between 20 to 30%. So yeah, it's a lot more bioavailable when you eat it from beef, for example. Duke, enough, please. He keeps fighting. Let's go play. Come on, let's play. So you can't really compare it that way, but have a mix. Have a mix of beef heart, some liver. You're gonna get enough coenzyme Q10. I did a video on YouTube and I explained, what the body requires and how much organs or meat or others to eat to get the ubiquinols, to get the certain antioxidant stuff. Keep in mind, bioavailability plays a huge role in this. Instead of coenzyme Q10, have you heard of MyroQ Pure? If so, what are your... I have heard of it. I'm not a huge big fan on a lot of these supplementation. I like to actually get everything from beef, from organs, from others as much as possible, because especially living here where I'm at, I don't have as much access, and you guys should do the same. Don't rely too much on a lot of supplementation. Rely on getting it try from like certain food groups. But yeah, there's always a new products out there. There's always a new supplements out there that are trying to actually make it more bioavailable. If you do notice a huge difference, then that means your body's absorbing more, which is really good sign. I haven't really had a chance to try the MyroQ, but I have one patient who's actually been on it for about 3 months now, and he loves it because the difference he feels on that compared to the ubiquinol, it's like night and day. And he's using it because of his ejection fraction. So is it true smoking causes inflammation in the body? I'm on carnivore, but I was smoking. It does cause inflammation. The inflammation that it causes is mostly it actually reduces the effect and the production of your nitric oxide. But keep in mind, if you do want to smoke, smoke still has some good benefits, especially 100% tobacco. So if you can get 100% tobacco and not have any chemicals, then yeah, I would say go for it, because the nicotine in it, the nicotine does act as a biogenesis for your heart as well too, with the right workout and with the right supplementation. So all depends. Some they do, like anything in excess on some of, like I look at tobacco and others like herbs. Anything in excess, of course, is gonna cause certain issues. Like me doing microdosing, and they say, start with 50 milligrams and your weight or about 130 so you can find your level. But if you end up taking 300 milligrams of the start, you're going to be wired differently. You're going to act differently. You might fall into depression. You might see colorations. You might see other things. So everything has a different effect on the body. Anything in excess is going to cause sometimes slight issues. Duke keeps attacking the rooster. Oh, man. Let's go walk around before it rains again. I don't like to plant other than berries, and sometimes on this land here I get wild berries. We get huckleberries, blueberries, and we get Saskatoon berries. So far this year I've had probably 1/4 cup of huckleberries. So last week I started growing some pumpkin so I can feed the chicken. So we got a couple of plants of pumpkins to feed the chicken, and one zucchini as well too, because I can cut them up and give them to the chicken once they grow. Duke needs a companion. I play with them lots and I exercise, but he's bugging the rooster. He doesn't like him for some reason. That sounds about right, because I had doctor tell me 1 cigar a day, not bad. Like I said, it depends how you feel. You just have to monitor. But the only thing is, I would monitor very, very closely. There's a biomarker called ADMA, and that's very, very important for you to monitor, because that gets consumed by cortisol, by smoking, by stress, non-sleeping, depression, and the more it gets consumed, you're gonna see that number incline. Shoot, I forgot my shoes outside, they're all wet. You're gonna keep that number high, and that's gonna actually prevent your body from producing proper nitric oxide. And what happens is, when you produce less nitric oxide, your arteries become stiff. Duke, you're staying here by yourself. That's it, I'm going. He comes, follow me, let's see. Oh, there he comes. Hey, you gonna keep bugging the chickens? Because I didn't take you with me today? Because I didn't take you with me today. It's raining. Tomorrow I'll take you. We have family coming over tomorrow for a couple days. And probably my mom might come over and actually stay for a month, which is good. Okay, leave it. I'm going. I'll see you later. You gonna come with me? Leave this. I gotta get a new tank for tomorrow. We have to go to town tomorrow and we can fill up the tank. Where are you from, brother? I'm in Canada right now. I'm in the mountains. I'm in the mountains. There's my little crown land behind me. There's a big Duke that keeps me going non-stop. Duke, go home. We're home. So yeah, that's what I'm at. There's my little tiny house that I put together. My little roof is done. I finished the front so we can actually sit. Just gotta finish the sides. There's my chicken coop in the bottom. Where's Duke? He keeps attacking the rooster, poor guy. I have no eggs yet. I'm from India, namaste. Cheers. Hopefully you have some nice weather. I got some hazelnut trees growing. Oh, I got this berry tree growing. It's a tradition for a lot of Middle Eastern countries. It goes by the name of sumac. So these, they actually turn red. And these are one of the highest levels of antioxidant. Once they actually turn red, you dry them up and you actually mix them with wild oregano. And it's one of the highest antioxidant found for your heart, for your arteries, for your memory, for your eyes. It's pretty amazing stuff. Call your mother and father more often if you're lucky to still have them. Daily I do that. There's the one I was telling you guys about. So this is it. You guys can see how red they get. So when these actually dry up, go full red, then after that you can actually blend them fine red, very, very citrusy, but they're super high in antioxidant, and you actually mix them with oregano. I don't know if you guys can see all the fog. I'm all covered here. You can see it on that side actually better. Look at all that fog. Duke, I'll see you later. Let's see if he comes up again. There he goes. Where's the ball? Get the ball. I'll play with you. We have people coming over tomorrow. Your favorite people. So 2 weeks ago, when was it? 2 weeks ago, I think, when we had the black bear. I looked up the ribose. Is it sugar? It is sugar, yes. And make sure you get it by the company. There's only one company that actually has it as a patent design, then all the other companies copied them. So when you look at the company on, let's say, iHerb, look at the ingredients, and it should say in bracket bioenergy. So bioenergy is the original patent design of the ribose. What accent is Lebanese? Yes, I am from Lebanon originally. So all this stuff here, let me show you guys. All that stuff, I actually cut it and I feed it to the chicken. So all this stuff here, all that fern, the chicken, they love it. So that's all I've been feeding them is fern and dandelion. And check out my cherry trees. They're getting there. I had like hundreds, but we had heavy rain the other day and they all kind of fell on the ground. Which is too bad. But I still have my apple tree. It's not for me. It's pretty much I'll send the box to my parents because I don't eat fruits much at all. أهلين. Duke! Where is he? Oh, there he is. How do you keep birds of prey from taking your chicken? Well, I'm here most of the time. Like when I'm not here, when I go to town and stuff, I have them in their own cage and stuff. So it's very, very tough for anybody to come. Eventually, like if I get big animals, they can go in there, they can rip the chicken coop out and eat the chickens. I'll have to get like an electric fence, but I can't get it because right now I have a temporary fencing, and it's a lot of work to actually put a permanent fencing because it's very rocky land. It's very tough to dig. So maybe that's gonna be my next year's project. I'll start digging like one hole at a time, and I'll actually make it permanent. Once I make it permanent, I'll put a like a electric fence or something to keep like any animals away and stuff. I'm from Amman. This got recommended in my feeds. Algorithm must be pushing your content. I hope so. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. I'm glad you're with us. Cook without cookbook. Obviously, you're probably a chef. Let me show you my view. Let me know if you like it. There's my view in the middle of nowhere. It's all that fog from the rain. Yesterday was like nice and bright and sunny. And there's Duke, the big boy. Let's bring up the camera. There we go. You guys can see it better. And let's see if I can straighten it. There we go. There we go. This way I can still see the phone. That's my morning view for you guys. Duke, over here. Maybe next year, if I can afford to have another dog, I'll get Duke a companion. Keeps him busy. This way he doesn't keep going after my chicken. Just the problem is I feed him strictly 100% raw. He eats about 1 pound of meat every day and 3 eggs. That's his diet. No kibbles, nothing like that. Or maybe I should give him a piece of chicken right now. Maybe he'll... Duke! Duke! You want a piece of chicken? Come. He knows. He knows. He knows what he wants. Come. You want a piece of chicken? Come. I got him a chicken treat. A whole box. But I couldn't go pick it up in time. So it's all came as one big block. It's frozen. So I'll have to cut him a piece from it. And I got my container, I turned it into my garage. It's just, I have a lot of stuff in here that I have to actually fix it slowly. A lot of my tools and everything's on here. That's how I was building a tiny house. And the thing is, the stuff that I don't need, I'm gonna start to sell it so I can have more room. But I got 2 freezers. In every freezer, I usually have about 200 pounds worth of meat. But I'm running low, so I'll have to head back to the city, drive 6 hours probably in July, end of July. And I'll get some more. I'll get another maybe 200-300 pounds. So I got here about 40 pounds of chicken and back and necks. It's all frozen. I'm just gonna cut it. Duke, move. Back up. Back up. Back up, please, so I can set my camera down. So give me a second, guys. We'll take a piece of chicken out. So D-ribose wouldn't affect the ejection fraction since it's a sugar, something they always say stay away. No, it's actually, it was meant. See, the nice thing is with D-ribose, anybody that actually have ejection fraction, heart failure, heart surgery, stents, anything like that, the only way you can recover, you need that sugar molecule, and that sugar was actually supposed to come from eating mushrooms. That's why some cardiologists who actually are into nutrition, they actually would recommend eating mushrooms because that's where you can get your D-ribose from. But yeah, you're gonna notice a huge difference once you start taking it. Duke, back up. Back up, please. Let me just cut him a piece. Yeah. You want this? Because you're gonna have dinner soon. Take it. I'll give you one more piece. I take another ejection fraction in 3 months, so I need all the supplements to help me. My last ejection fraction was 15%. Yes, you do, and 15% is very, very low. Very low. Yeah, when you're done, eat these two as well, Duke. Then you can go inside and have your food. Let's put the chicken away. I'll show you guys this. So this is it. This is a whole bag. It all came frozen. Too bad it wasn't fresh because I would have been able to put it in small Ziploc bags of like 1 kilogram each or something. It would have been easier. We gave some to Duke. At least it keeps him entertained for like 2 minutes. Watch out. Move, let me close the door. Can it go up in 3 months? Yeah, I've seen an average ejection fraction increase anywhere between 10 to 20% in about 90 days. So if you follow my recipe and you stay consistent, you should be able to see it increase. Unless you have a specific clot that's actually causing any issues, then you probably won't see no more than about 5%. And if you do only see 5%, then we'll probably have to add some high levels of neurokinase so you can get rid of the clotting issue. But that all depends on your fibrinogen biomarker as well too, whether it's high or not. The more I read about autoimmune disease, the more I believe that it's all about sharing digestion. Do you take probiotics, and what's your opinion? So you either eat to feed a disease or you eat to heal one. Pretty much everything you put in your gut, you either gonna thrive or you're just gonna crash. And yes, everything is related to the gut, 100%. The food we eat represents how you feel the next day, how you sleep, how you act, how you become deficient, everything. So your gut is a big, big thing. And I don't really take probiotics. I think they are a waste of money. But we do need a lot of fermentation in our diet. And the problem is we don't eat enough fermentation. Like I'm talking fermented meats, fermented dairy, anything you can get your hands on that you can actually make your own, not buy it from the store, because most of the stuff you buy from the store as being probiotics, they're all pretty much dead bacteria. So yeah, your gut plays a huge role. That's why your digestive enzymes, your hydrochloric acid, and your fermentation are your top 3 priorities. What is your view on vitamin A toxicity from eating liver? Seems to be an issue in some folks on carnivore. I learned from nutrition with Jury on YouTube. No, it's not a big issue at all. You can eat up to 100,000 international unit of vitamin A, and you're not gonna have a toxic information. And I am very aware of Judy as well too. She talks quite a bit, but your vitamin A is very rare that you're gonna get any toxicity. I eat liver. I used to eat liver almost every day, about a pound a day, and with no toxic issues. Your body is tightly regulated and will actually fix that. It's very rare that anybody will get any toxic effect. Seriously, I did a video on that as well too. But yeah, it's not something that you should worry about. You can actually handle up to close to a pound a day of liver and you won't have any liver toxicity at all. Okay, so I'm clear. Can you name all the supplements to raise ejection fraction so I don't miss nothing? It is all on my YouTube videos that you've watched. There's D-ribose, creatine, L-carnitine. What else there is? Ubiquinol. And optional, you can go magnesium taurate as well. Some people, they do really well on hawthorn as well. So these would be like your top list for your ejection fraction. When I fixed mine, all I did was use D-ribose, creatine, and instead of L-carnitine, I end up using BioPQQ. BioPQQ is very expensive, but it works really well. And hawthorn, and of course your magnesium. But try it out, and we can adjust as we go whether we need to increase the dose or not. The unfortunate thing, I can't really raise mine up too high because of my stent. It actually conflicts, but at least I kept it at a good level of 40%, 45%. Unfortunately, I can't go higher than that. The weather is getting nicer actually right now. So I'll stay another 3 more minutes, guys. If you want to ask me any questions, go for it. But, I'll try to come back tomorrow if I could. If not, because I'll have family over. Did you have a heart attack then, Maurice? I did have a heart attack 11 years ago. That's what kind of got me into this a little bit more serious, and that's what kind of the heart attack ended up ruining my ejection fraction, but woke me up to a lot of things, and that's why I changed things 11 years ago. From health to longevity, to the heart, to the cardiovascular, to the flexible arteries, to everything. Then, before you started the carnivore diet, yes, I was vegan. I was vegan for almost close to about 9 years. Because, when you listen to the doctor, they say eliminate everything and go on a blend diet to save your life. And I don't think so. Should I stop taking vitamin B complex if my homocysteine is low? You could. It's not so much about stopping it, you can maintain it. So instead of taking it every single day, you might only take it once every 3 days. That would be sufficient enough to maintain the homocysteine level. Out of interest, how were you eating? Beat me to it. So imagine, when you are a vegan, you graze all day long. So sorry to say this, but you're almost like what graze all day long? A cow, an animal. You put them on a pasture, and all they do is graze from morning till night. And that's exactly how I felt. Because you're never satisfied, you're always hungry, and you're always crashing. So your mood, you're always in an angry mood because you're never satisfied. And you know what keeps your gut satisfied? When you eat good quality protein, some nice grass-fed, grass-finished piece of steak, and you have some good quality fat with it, then you're satisfied. Then there's no cravings. There's nothing. You eat it, you feel so amazing, and you can go hours and hours and sometimes days without feeling any hunger. It's funny how that is, right? And they tell you to stay away from it. And yet 11 years now, 11 years straight, I eat 2 pounds a day of meat and anywhere between 6 to 10 eggs. So that's my daily intake of food. And of course, throughout the week, I would have organs as much as I could, as much as I can get my hands on. Right now, all I have left for organs is beef heart and tongue. I have right now. Um, but yeah, it's how often you go live. I'd love to go live every single day for you guys, but I've been extremely busy. And since I got banned from TikTok, I'm not as busy anymore. So been trying to kind of come out here and spend at least an hour with you guys if I could. I'd love to do it every single day because there's a lot of information to share. I just got my friend on carnivore. He's 3 months in and just starting to notice that he doesn't need to eat 3 meals a day anymore after years of programming. It's really is amazing. Yeah, it is 100% amazing. Like imagine when I was in a bodybuilding and kind of trying to put in on muscle mass back in the day. We were taught to eat 6 meals a day, and guess what? There's still bodybuilders up to till today. They eat 6 meals a day, and you wonder why they have such a short lifespan. A lot of them end up having heart attacks. Let's just put the steroids and all that stuff on the side. It's just the amount of food they consume to maintain that muscle look, the muscular look, and everything. Yet, what's so natural about that? It doesn't exist. Like in nature, technically, back in the days, if you look at every single culture history, whether in a cold climate or not, they still wake up and they actually walk for miles and miles. They go out and they hunt. If they don't hunt, they come back home with empty-handed. Well, that was what is called intermittent fasting or prolonged fasting. But when they hunt, they feasted and they would eat lots and they go again for 2 3 days with no food again. And that's how we should be living. We never had fridges where we can open the fridge anytime and chew whatever the hell we want. So everything was done for a reason, and that's how we should all be thriving. I'm going to get a bottle of vodka and make my own hawthorn berry extract. That's awesome. I should send you. I have a couple of trees of hawthorn here. A man, brother, a man after my own heart. Um, we've traversed a similar path on the search of knowledge. Cheers to that, 100%. We need there's a lot of missing information out there. It's just too bad. A lot of missing information out there, and the percentage of people that know that are able to share and guide and educate and talk about it freely is like almost less than 1%. We still have a long ways to go. Will beet supplement actually increase nitric oxide? So there's two ways of looking at beets. Beets by itself as not being extracted. So think of nitrate as a switch on and off. If you don't get a minimum of 500 milligrams of nitrate, you're not going to activate it to nitrite and to actually to cross the pathway over to nitric oxide. So if you're getting beets or beet drinks or beet juices or let's say beet powder, you need a minimum of 300 grams to actually get 500 milligrams of nitrate. 20 to 1. So I take 2 capsules is equivalent of you eating 300 grams of beets. I have it on my website if you want to try it. And the nice thing is about these patent design nitrates of an extraction 20 to 1, they will actually maintain your nitrate levels up to 8 hours instead of being seconds. So that's what you want to do, because if you actually do the difference in money wise and everything, you would probably have to go through eating 3 beets every day, which could actually come to the end of the day of hitting you over more. I did the calculation, I think more than about $110 a month, while you can buy the supplement for less than $50. But yeah, no matter what, you need 500 milligrams of nitrate to activate your nitric oxide pathway. That as simple as that. You can check on my website. I do have 2 different companies that they offer the nitrate. One, they actually make it from beets, extraction 20 to 1, and another one makes it from arugula, extraction 10 to 1 as well. Very, very powerful. They're both really good. I actually use both of them, and I have both of them. But yeah, that's the only way you can actually get proper beats into your body. Well, sorry, proper nitrates into your body. Or else, where can I find your website? I think if you go to my main page, you should be able to go to my website. So it's Stan, STAN dot store, STORE / my full name, Maurice Daher. And you can actually go to my website. Now, from my website, you can click on my favorite supplements. And once you click on my favorite supplements, you're gonna be able to see the first two products are gonna be the nitrate, and that's the one you want to take. Let me see if I can pull it on my phone. Maybe I can show it to you. Let's see. So we go to, and so we go stan.store. Let me switch the camera here. So I don't know if you can see my phone. So there's a website, stan.store / Maurice Daher. And once you go there, it's going to take you to this website, then kind of go down to my favorite supplements. And this is a nitric oxide you're going to see. You're going to see that one and you're going to see that one. There's two different companies. And they both ship anywhere, Canada and USA. I'm trying to get the first company to actually ship pretty much internationally as well too. Hopefully we can get that eventually. Come on, Duke, let's go outside. So how long should I fast to clear out the cigar chemicals? I would do at least a 20-hour fasting, if you could. I think that would be the best thing you can do. 20-hour fasting would be ideal. Okay, guys, I do have to get going because I gotta make some food. I haven't ate anything all day, so it's coming up to about 24 hours fasting. I'll see if I can come back tomorrow. It might be tough because the family's coming tomorrow, but hopefully we can have more lives with you guys and we can discuss other things. In the meantime, you guys take care. Keep me updated. If you have any questions, Duke keeps taking my stuff. If you have any questions, feel free to email me as well too anytime. God bless you, Maurice. Thank you for your time, brother. Pleasure meeting you and conversing. Sounds good. Awesome. Same with you, Mr. Orange. You take care of yourself. I'm sure we'll chat again on here. Cheers, guys.